Stories are really great for doing one thing, and that's telling a story. Jill here, and welcome back to the Market Vibe. If this is your first time here, don't forget to hit subscribe and ring the bell to receive notifications on our future videos. We are continuing with our Instagram series, and today we're diving into Instagram stories. I love Instagram stories. I think they're so fun, and I think they're a great way for you to really build that personal brand and know, like, and trust with your audience, especially if you're in business. So let's dive in. So why do we love stories so much? Number one, stories are awesome because it's a really great way for people to get to know you. We live in a society where you can share so much video and people can actually form a connection with you without even knowing you. And that's because of the power of video. And stories really have that element of that fly on the wall, really sneak peek into somebody's life. It feels very intimate because you're talking directly to the camera, and as a viewer you feel like you're talking with them as well and that they're talking directly to you. So stories are just a great way for you to build that personal relationship with the people who are liking your posts, engaging on your profile, and could be potential customers. It's also a great way to get action in your DMs, encouraging people to DM you if they have questions, if they want to talk about something, or if you're talking about something and you want to hear what they have to say. It's a really great way to encourage them to DM you. It's also one of the best places that you can promote anything on the platform. Stories are amazing because they just, updated where everyone has the link sticker now. So now you can actually put a link to your products and services, to your video, or to whatever that you're promoting. You can put that in there now. And the great thing is that they expire in 24 hours and then they're gone. But they're a really great way to really build that intimacy, build that relationship, and to promote any kind of thing that you're selling at the time. So how do you get the most out of your Instagram stories? Well, it needs to be a balance, and it's definitely a delicate dance between personal branding and selling. You don't want to be doing too much of both. If you're doing only personal branding and no selling, nobody's going to buy your stuff. If you're only doing selling, people are going to get tired of that. They're going to mute you. But it really comes down to both personal branding and education. The personal branding ones are great because they expire after 24 hours. The educational stories are also super important too, because not only are they helping someone right in that moment, you can also save them to highlights and people can watch them later. We do a ton of stories for our clients, for our digital marketing agency, and stories are so fun. So I'm going to share with you some of my favorite little tips, hacks, tricks that you can be using in your stories. The first one is link stickers. Link stickers are incredible because it's a great way to point people in the right direction, just right there. They don't have to go to your link in your bio. They can literally click on the link. Stories are really great for doing one thing, and that's telling a story. So when you're creating any kind of story, it's really important to remember, what story are you telling? What journey are you leading them on? If you're leading them to buying a product, make sure you're setting them up to click on that link. If you're trying to really connect with them, make sure you're conveying that emotion that you're really wanting them to connect with. So for that, I personally really love the link stickers. Those are great to put as a call to action at the end of your story. Now, like I said, use them wisely. You don't want to be using them all the time, but now that that's a feature, that's so helpful because it's one less click that people have to do. They don't have to go to the link in your bio. They literally just have to click right on it and they can go directly to the link. So link stickers, literal game changer. Next are all the interactive tools, and that is to get people actually interacting with your story. So things like polls, questions, the countdown, and the little slide bar, those are great ways for you to actually get people to engage. And it's a great barometer to see how many people are, one, watching your story and actually engaging with it. So if you're seeing the numbers that you're getting on the bottom of the screen that are showing like, okay, you have 200 people actually watching the story, and say you do a poll and you get about 50 people who actually engaged in the story poll, that gives you a pulse on, those are the diehard people, ideal clients who really love your stuff. Might be smart to go and engage with them then. So using those interactive tools are great because not only do you get to interact with them, they feel like they're part of the conversation, they get to know you a little bit more, and it's just a great way to see how engaged someone is. Next, it's a great way to get creative, and now you can add music in there. And I know that the music feature has been a little bit confusing using, but I think I've really figured out and gotten a grasp of how it works. So when you first start using music, I'm gonna be honest, they give you crap music. Like, it is such bad music, you've never heard of it before, but you just have to get consistent at using it frequently, and then they start giving you better and better music. So using that music wherever you can, if it makes sense, get creative, put music in there. And the more that you're using music, the more that you're using it in your stories, you're gonna start to get better music rolling your way. I've seen this with so many clients. We open it up, they have that crap music in there. I'm like, okay, all right, challenge accepted, Instagram, let's go. So then you have to find music that just works for a little while until they start seeing that you're using it more often, and then they will start giving you more and more music that is more in pop culture that people are listening to right now. So definitely using that music feature and being consistent with it is going to get you better music. Next, I love all of the little flourishments and embellishments that you can put on from the GIFs that are available in Instagram. And unfortunately, the search engine in there is not the best. I think people like to name their graphics that they upload after their personal name or something like that. So here's a little fun hack. If you ever need to find really cool different graphics that you want to use on Instagram stories, go to Pinterest and just search for Instagram story GIFs or Instagram story effects, and you will get lists on lists of the search name that you would put into the little search engine on the stories to find these really pretty fun graphics. That's a little hack that I love to do just to keep it fresh and fun. Finally, one of the things that Instagram finally did that I think is so smart is they added the auto caption for stories. It's an insane amount of people that actually watch their stories on silent. I think it's like 70% or something like that. I'll have to double check, but I'm pretty sure it's around that very high number that people are watching stories on silent because they're typically somewhere like on the subway or on the bus or they're on their lunch at work and they don't want to have the sound playing and they don't have headphones. So using the auto captions is really smart because then people can actually see what's going on in the story and they're not going to skip it. So anytime you're doing a story where you're talking at the camera, make sure you put on those auto captions just so that people can actually read who are listening on silent, because I guarantee it's probably a lot of them. And I have a little secret story hack for you. So after you post your story, what you're gonna wanna do is go to your home feed, go up to the top and refresh it, go to the first story and just let them play for the next 15 minutes. Leave your phone, go do what you need to do, make dinner, take a shower, do some work, whatever you gotta do, and let those play through, because that's gonna not only show people that you've seen this story, but it's also gonna boost you up and showing your engagement on the actual platform. And that's all for stories. They're just a great way for you to build community, interact with your ideal clients, and to sell your products, obviously tastefully. So I hope that you found this helpful today. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments below and we'll see you next time. Bye friends.